Also, can I just say, fuck you, John Gruden. Seriously, just, fuck you.
There you go.
I mean,
all right, everybody. We have done no pre-show talking, so you're going to get everything as we figure out what the hell we're doing today. Welcome to early morning Friday Fade the Mahoney. Trevor Savage has an amazing green screen today.
What are you drinking, Trevor?
I got coffee. I just woke up. I'm actually going to go by Harry today. And look,
Harry?
I mean, you guys thought EDonk had the green screen last week. I mean, look at this green screen I got going here. You guys want to see the little Panavision here?
That's nice.
That's a lake. Do you know what that is? A lake?
A lake. Yeah. Man, I was hoping for a tuxedo at most and a suit at the very least. Don't you have big plans today?
There's a wedding. There's a suit upstairs somewhere. I just rolled out of bed. I can't be bothered.
You look very, very handsome. Nice
Thank
look.
You.
EDonk is driving like normal. All right, let's do a quick recap. Yesterday we did a supersized edition of Fade the Mahoney. We went well over an hour with KL Cleaton. It got posted late. It's probably my fault or the tech department's fault. It was so big. It took so long for it to upload. So I apologize to everybody. I hope you give it a chance. KL Cleaton is fucking awesome. He's like the coolest. It was an excellent discussion. Talked about lots of stuff. We talked about Phil Hellmuth. We talked about Veronica Brill, hooking him up, helping him get that new ride so he could get out to Vegas. We talked NFTs. We talked a lot of gambling as far as sports goes. I think just give it a watch if you can. I'm going to link it down below if I can figure it out. We had our first 11-star play last night. I'm not sure if you caught it yet, Trevor, but KL came with an 11-star play on Tampa. And if you add that with the inside information that EDonk got from the poker room yesterday, in which everybody had Tampa, it had no chance. 11-star plus poker room. I'm just going to give you some stats here.
Hey, real quick. During the show yesterday, I fired on the Wager Exchange channel, Philly.
Yes. Okay.
Because that was certain that. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do, right? You're supposed to fade the Mahonies.
Yes, you are supposed to fade. Tampa was up 28-7. They won the yardage battle 399 to 213. Time of possession was 40-20 and had them out first down 27-16. So there is no rational explanation for how Philly covered that game except for poker room lock theory, which is currently at 89%. Just fade the poker room lock theory. What else? I'm going to try to get, I've got a website that tech is working on where we can track all the Taylor Swift recommendations, the NFL MVP stuff, and all the words to describe LeBron James. So I'm going to work on that with the tech department. What else? I guess I need to apologize to B-Funk. B-Funk is pissed off at me and us for not including him in the Taylor Swift talk when he was doing the WWE SummerSlam preview. So got some bridge building and fence mending to do there. Sorry, B-Funk, we'll get you back on. Trevor, big day for Major League Wiffle Ball.
Very big day. It's the continuation of the playoffs. We got the NLDS on tap here today. We got the Eagles and the Gators. Gators defending champions. Eagles looking to get back into the championship game where they would face the Diamondbacks if they were to win. So numbers wise, you guys, you want to hear that, right? Well, first of all, I would like to point out that I'm in New Hampshire in the mountains right now. And the fact that I have internet working right now is amazing. And this is the first time a podcast has ever actually been recorded in New Hampshire. So pretty
Wow. That's
pretty
excellent.
cool news.
We're
Yeah.
gonna-
So
we're gonna have to
as
put
far
that
as
in
them,
description.
yeah, put that into this. Yeah. As far as MLW goes, all right, the line I'm seeing on the over under, I'm going to start with that because this is an interesting line. I see 13.5, which I'm not surprised with it being that low, given the pitching of these teams and the lack of hitting that these teams have had. You know, both teams have very good pitching. I don't know if you know this. We didn't talk about this last week, but in the playoffs, there's no pitching limit. So your best pitcher can pitch the entire series if you want. Now, generally, they
Can I
don't.
stop you for a second?
Yeah.
A second.
Yeah.
Because I'm a newbie, I didn't even factor in last week when I said that number was way too low for the total. You're not guaranteed 3 games, so
That's true. Yeah.
You're basically setting a total for like 2.5 games, right?
There's a provision in that in the lines, I believe. So the lines are based on 3-game series. So I think if it doesn't go to 3 games, then you have to bet the 2-game total. So you're betting a 3-game total. If it doesn't go to 3 games, there's no bet.
Oh, wow.
On the over under. Yeah.
That is
interesting how they do things, right?
That's
Yes.
advanced betting. Okay, so this 13.5 is actually for 3 games, but if it only goes 2, the total is what, like 9 or something?
Yeah, something like that. I would say 9. If 8, I would probably guess it's 8.5. I'd have to check the books for sure, but I would say 8.5.
Okay.
Either way, I'd take the under on both of those, just based on Daniel Schultz, one of the best pitchers in the league. Like I was saying, generally speaking, even though they can pitch one person, generally speaking, they tend to go with another arm in there because you don't want to get too locked in on one guy. Even with the greatest pitchers in the league, it's easy to get locked in on somebody after seeing them a couple times. So I wouldn't be surprised if they throw Dallas Allen out there as well. It depends on what happens in the first game a lot of times. But I'd expect you see Daniel Schultz, for sure, obviously in game 1, and he's one of the best pitchers in the league. As far as what the Gators are going to do, I assume they're going to go with Jorgensen to start, but you don't really know because Jorgensen and Cheatham are both really good pitchers, and it's kind of whoever's in the groove. So they're way more likely to throw more than one arm out there, depending on how things are going. This was a tough series of handicap. I've also seen this as a pick'em, just like last week was, and I've gone back and forth about which side to take here. So I really don't love picking one side or the other in this game because with the Gators, you never know what team you're going to get. If you get the hot Gators, they're unstoppable. They're just one of the best teams in the league. But then if they're cold, they have no shot. Eagles really rely on Daniel Schultz, but Dallas Allen's been great this year. I'm going to go. I think the good Gators are going to show up. I maybe it's a partial rooting interest. I always like the Gators better than the Eagles. So yeah, I think the Gators are going to take this one in 3, but it's going to be a very close series. And I do like the over because I think if the Gators are going to win, you have to believe that they're going to score some runs. If the Eagles win, it's going to be an under. So all I'm saying is if you're going to bet the Eagles, you bet the under. If you're going to bet the Gators, you bet the over.
Sounds like correlated parlays to me.
Yeah, 3-star plays though. I can't go all in on this play. It's a very tough decision. It's going to be a great series.
Okay, I'm excited for it. So you're looking at a Gator Diamondbacks divisional or conference championship, right? Which
would be crazy because if you would have told me, if you tell anybody that follows MLW 2 years ago that you have a Gators Diamondbacks NL championship series, they would tell you you're crazy because those are the 2 worst teams in the league.
Can all change very quickly. All right. Okay. We've got a lot of hours until that kicks off, so we can get some bets in before then. I needed to circle back. KL had mentioned that he's good friends with a gentleman by the name of Ryan Lang. So I just wanted to give him a shout out because he brought it up in the context that he's a friend of his and he just won his 3rd World Series of Poker bracelet. I think that's right.
That's mostly luck though, so it doesn't really mean anything.
Bracelets are luck. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, except for Phil Hellmuth.
Well, yeah.
It's like they just give out these bracelets. Like they just give out so many of them. Everyone has like 2 or 3. How many do you have, Trevor?
1. It's not a World Series poker bracelet, but it came from Parks in the 2012 $500 event, and they gave me a bracelet for it.
Nice.
Well, I brought this up because I think this Ryan Lang gentleman, one, congratulations on your win. And two, I just checked him out on Twitter, and this is pretty awesome. His quote on his Twitter bio, which means he would definitely fit in with us if you guys are ready. There are two types of holes in the world, those that promise glory and those that do not. That's what he's got on his Twitter bio. So
That's pretty good. Hey, I know we get off the rails a lot here on Fridays, but I have a quick discussion topic that has nothing to do with betting and is poker related.
Okay.
Did you see this mystery bounty tournament at the Wynn?
I have seen something about it, and there's some sort of drawing or something.
Yeah. So once you make the money, if you're busted out, you grab an envelope and you get a mystery bounty. Once you bust, right? So I'm a big believer that poker tournaments are the dumbest thing that have ever existed, basically. So I was thinking it would just be so much better if when you went to a poker tournament, when you sign up, everybody just draws an envelope and you get either, no, you don't cash, or
bracelet.
You win a bracelet. Yeah, or you win a bracelet. That's how it should be. That's how every poker tournament should be. You just sign up. You don't have to put any chips in the pot. You don't have to play any hands. None of that. You just grab an envelope, and it's pretty much like NFTs. Same thing.
That's great. That sort of
Did you see the guy's reaction when he opened up the envelope though?
Yeah, that's amazing. Yes, it's like that's what I want. I've never had a reaction like that playing a poker tournament ever.
Yeah, he won like 250K, right?
Yeah.
By cashing, not winning, and grabbing the correct envelope, he won a quarter.
Yeah, it was like in a
Hopper.
Where they put the balls for the bingo thing, and then he just went in there, grabbed one, and he won 250 G's.
It's genius. It's genius. And then we can also advise people on which one envelopes you should be drawing based on, the strategy.
This reminds me of a shirt you could get on Poker Rags from Marley Sprague with Friends Don't Let Friends Play Poker Tournaments or something to that effect. Does that sound right, EDonk?
Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Friends don't let friends play tournaments.
All right. Okay. Circa last week, we as a team, we went 3-2. We went 60% as a team. Nice job, team. Way to go. Trevor, yours was easy. EDonk, both of yours were easy. I feel I got unlucky on the Niners, and I also feel that my pick on the Ravens was just fucking terrible. So 3-2 for the week. We are above Mount 500 again, so that's good. Let's do today's picks. We'll start off with, Trevor. You're doing Browns hosting the Cardinals. The Cardinals are undefeated, so obviously they're favored because they're undefeated. Nope. Turns out they're pretty big dogs. They are getting, what are they getting in contest?
3 points.
They're getting 3. So what are we doing there?
All right. So this is very simple. So in this house in New Hampshire that I'm at, I happen to be staying with some Mahonies. So very simple solution here, right? You just ask them which side they like. Believe it or not, our friend Brad here, shout out to Brad. He last night liked Tampa. So, he's a Mahoney.
Of course.
So I told him to pick 2 games. He said he loves the Cardinals.
Okay.
Right. So we take the Browns. Easy done, right?
Yep. KL is also on the Cardinals, so that's very helpful.
I mean, look at this line. It's just like we talked about in every other game that I bet this year. And I've been on fire lately, right?
You have been.
And the line makes no sense, right? 5-0 team, and they're getting 3 points. Oh my God, got to take that team. No, Brown's going to stomp them.
All right, and your next game is Cowboys at Patriots. Cowboys somehow on the road at the vaunted New England Patriots are laying 3.5. What are you doing?
I mean, all right, so look at this one. We have the double. This is a double one. I'm 3-0 this year betting on Patriots games, right?
You are.
Right? 3 weeks in a row.
You're seeing the ball well.
The first game I asked Brad for, he said, I like the Cowboys. I'm like, oh, that works out perfect. We'll take the Patriots. We will take the opposite of what Brad thinks, and we will print the money.
Also another opposite of KL. So
Perfect.
this is feeling really good. All right. I got the next couple. I am going to follow.
If both of your picks win this week, we got to get Brad on the show. It sounds like he's
Probably.
pretty sharp.
Very sharp.
All right. I got two. I'm going to do really quickly. Trevor's been red hot using some strong logic. I'm going to follow the logic. I'm taking both the Jaguars and the Texans because they're awful and no one's going to want to take them and just give me all those points. So we're adding those two to go with Trevor's two. And then in all seriousness, the Texans are getting 10 points against the Colts. The Colts have won one game. That one doesn't make any sense. So that one's going to lose for sure. All right. And EDonk, you are going to pick a completely unwatchable game. You've got the Seahawks at the Steelers, and that's a 5-point spread for the Steelers. Which way are you going?
Yeah, we're so last night I was screwing around on the Barstool app, just kind of looking at stuff, and I saw that there was a bonus to bet the Steelers, and a light bulb went off in my head. And why would they give you a bonus to bet the Steelers? It's because all the sharps are on Seattle. So we're taking Seattle. And we're gonna go 3-0 in the last 2 weeks for sure. I feel it.
All right. Those are our 5 picks. I'll get those submitted to P-Man so he can get them in. Shout out to P-Man. Thank you for all your help. Let's do just 3 real quick bonus picks for the people before EDonk releases the full slate of college football on Twitter tomorrow morning. We're going to do...
I've been killing it in college football.
Okay. Never on the show, but on Twitter, you're good. That's good. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why you got to subscribe to the Twitter, right? You got to be a follower.
Find me
of
on the
Twitter.
Twitters.
Mm-hmm.
Find me on the Twitters.
All right. Big baseball game tonight, EDonk. Astros are hosting the Red Sox. Astros are laying 140. I know you usually like to have pitching matchups, so let me find that for you. This really helps in your breakdown. Houston.
I think it's Oswalt versus Schilling, right?
Oswalt versus Schilling. Well, it might be Schilling. They don't actually have it listed here yet, so we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait. But I've got a guy by the name of Framber Valdez for the Astros is pitching, and they haven't posted the Red Sox pitcher yet. But we'll go with Schilling. Curtis, right? Curtis Schilling.
Curtis, I think, yes. With a K.
Total 8.5. EDonk, real quick. Don't think.
I like Boston.
Okay.
I like Boston for 3.5 stars. And I like the over. I think there's going to be some action tonight.
All right. How many stars on the over?
2.5.
Okay. All right. And then we got to do one college football game for the evening. We had a few to choose from. I usually rely on Uncle Rico from the desert to tell me which game is the most important, but a piece of shit wouldn't send me a message this morning. So we're going with California and Oregon. Oregon is laying 13.5 at home against California with a total of 54.
Well, you know my view on any sports team from Oregon.
What's your view? I forgot.
They're soft as shit.
Soft as shit, like baby diarrhea. All right. So we're going California.
Shout out Riddy from Oregon, and he took 15th in the 1K event yesterday. 15th for $8,888. So great job to you.
Nice job, Riddy. What was the event number for that one, EDonk?
Fuck if I know.
Oh, okay.
There's like fucking 780 events. Who gives a shit what number it was?
What envelope did he pull? What envelope did he pull afterwards?
the fucking lucky one. So he is from Oregon. He is not soft, but all the other teams from Oregon are soft as shit. So we're gonna go Cal for 5 stars tonight.
Boom. 5-star on Cal. Okay.
Yeah,
Imagine how
go
much better his
Bears.
hourly would have been if he would have just pulled the envelope instead of having to play the tournament.
Yep. Waste of
Right.
time. All right.
Yeah, he probably would have done better just at the Aria craps table. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Trevor, we're slumping on Rutgers, man. You're not you're not doing anything good there. I'm in the great state of Illinois. I can't legally wager on this game because it involves Northwestern, but I found a line nonetheless. Rutgers is at Northwestern. Northwestern is favored by 2.5.
Yeah, I'm all
I
for
assume
Rutgers
you want to
completely.
talk about
I don't. No, I don't want to talk about Rutgers at all. They can go to hell. But so I don't want anything to do with the Rutgers game. But we do have another sports season starting very soon. All right, and you can wager on some futures for the season, right?
I don't know.
The
Can
win
you?
total, the win total for the Brotherly Love Sixers is 50.5. We're going over. All right. Addition by subtraction. We don't know if we're gonna have Ben Simmons. We don't need Ben Simmons. We got Maxey. We got Tybal. We got Allen Iverson. Right. Over 50.5 wins for the season.
All right. I got to just make sure that your numbers aren't bullshit.
We got Dr. J.
Dr. J. Yes. Moses Malone.
Philly. I'm looking this up. This is probably why we should do our 3 minutes of pre-show prep. 50.5. Is that what you said?
Yeah, as of yesterday, it was 50.5.
That's
I don't know if
50
it
and a
moved at all,
half.
but
It's actually juiced to the under. So you're going over 50.5. Okay, that's good. That's good information to have. You know what's funny
one
is
more. And Joel Embiid MVP.
You're insane. Okay. 8 to
This is
1.
not a homer pick.
He's third. He's tied with Giannis at 8 to 1. And
That's good value.
And it's not a homer pick, he says. That's that's great. There are actually you can bet on Ben Simmons specific on DraftKings, of which we are not. They do not sponsor us. Ben Simmons to convert.
Specific what?
What?
Specific what?
Ben Simmons to convert first free throw attempt of the regular season. Yes or no? That is a bet. Yes or no for his first free throw to go in. Juiced heavily to the yes. You can get plus 125 on him missing his first free throw. That's a
Ben could eat a D.
All right. I don't know. Did we cover everything, guys? We got several hours until Major League Wiffle Ball drops. This wedding's going to mess up your viewing today, I imagine. Okay, that's good. All right. Otherwise, we good? We good, everybody? It's a Friday episode. Go back and watch yesterday's. You can download it on Spotify. Yes, it's long. Spotify while you drive. KL Clayton is a boss. And again, B-Funk, I apologize, buddy. For those of you who are too young to remember, in the presidential election between George W. Bush and Al Gore, when it came all the way down to the end, Al Gore lost by this much, and he also lost the state of Tennessee, which is amazing because that's where he's from. And afterwards, he said, I got to go back home and I got to mend some fences. And that's what I got to do with B-Funk. So I'm sorry, buddy. We'll get you back on to talk Taylor Swift. So we'll be back on Monday to recap our 5-0 circa picks and talk about Monday Night Football. Trevor, have a wonderful time at the wedding. Send some pics of all the shenanigans if you can.
Will do.
Okay.
And go Bitcoin. Go.
Yeah.
Run.
Go high. And that piece of shit Polymatic dog shit. All right. Bye, everybody.
Or
Fuck that shit. Bye.